when you're a recruit, you get to go visit. You get access to a lot of really cool things. You get the tours of the locker room. Shoot, they even let you now. You can dress out, put a whole uniform on. You take pictures, get a photo shoot on it.
Yep.
You can get a lot of these guys. Do you know that players are getting paid to take a visit? They have like an appearance fee almost. Like, hey, I'll come visit you. And I'm not, this is different, but at USC, they could technically, a recruit say, I need $5,000 just to come on a visit. 10 grand.
Unofficial or official?
Me either.
So
whatever they do, like the player wants cash to come get a visit because you only get 5 officials, I think that's why they drive up the price a little bit. Any way to get cash, so they're actually getting cash just to take visits.
If you could take unlimited unofficial visits and just make money doing that,
it's got to be for official. It's got to be for official. But that's the case that's happening out there.
What is happening?
And when you do that, you would think you'd have enough money to buy some sweet gear, which would prevent you from stealing gear, which is the accusation that's taken place. Jacoby Lane is a great player at USC. And there was a clip that was going viral. Jacoby Lane put this young player on blast and said, this kid stole my cleats and a bunch of stuff from the SC locker room. All y'all kids out there just know this is simply unacceptable. And what's kind of crazy is that the player he's accusing of it posted on his own Instagram, right? So you see, this is the high school player. He's putting out his offers. He's putting Nevada, other schools. And then in his story, he's like, look at all this gear I got at USC. And it's all Jacoby Lane's. It's like gloves, socks. I think there's a jersey in there as well, some hoodie. Yeah. It's some sweet gear. So this story blows up out there, and people are crushing the kid, saying, well, how could you do this? How could you take all this stuff, multiple pair of cleats? Here's the thing. The kid finally spoke up, and he said, wait a second. I didn't steal it. I paid for it. He has a statement out there, Brawley Tui Tupopu. I think that's how you say his name.
I think that's probably not how you say his name.
It's actually, there's actually 3 names. I thought it'd be easier to say just 2. Brawley Makalo Tui Tupo.
Okay. We'll say the USC recruit.
So he puts out a statement and he says, I want to address the situation that's been discussed online to clear the facts. I did not steal any gear, nor would I ever knowingly possess stolen property. The items in question were purchased by me in good faith, and I have documentation showing that I paid for them under the context they had been obtained legitimately. At the time of purchase, I had no reason to believe they were connected to any issues. As soon as I learned there were questions surrounding the items, I began working to resolve those issues, return the items back to the rightful owners. I take my character and reputation seriously. Anyone who knows me understands I try my best to let integrity, faith, and respect. I have a lot of respect for Jacoby Lane. I would never intentionally do anything to disrespect him. I'm thankful the facts are coming to light, and I'm focused on moving forward to better myself both on and off the field. You know why I think he's telling the truth? Because I don't think there's anybody dumb enough in America to post pictures of stolen items on your story, your Instagram story. So I kind of believe him.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think some stuff probably was stolen and Jacoby Lane didn't know it. And then this kid probably bought it off somebody, probably for cheap, and just got a bunch of gear. Maybe it was $100, $200, whatever it was. But I don't think he knowingly would have bought or stolen stuff and then posted on Instagram.
Well, first thing, Jacoby Lane has to understand the severity of this claim, because if this is not true and you put this tag on this kid's name, I mean, you understand the sanctity and the sacredness of a locker room. And if you're pegging this kid a thief, like, you're going to completely, like, that's going to tank his, recruiting. That's something he has to, live with. And that's a tough thing. Secondly, like you said, it's perfect to put that online knowing you stole it would be bananas.
Right.
But then to have paid for it and it be all used sweaty gear is kind of weird to me, right? Because it doesn't look like it's new stuff.
Right.
And he almost came out when he tweeted it, he almost made it seem like it was stuff that he got on his visit.
Right.
So that's kind of interesting too, which I didn't think about until just now. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it'd be crazy to put you're putting the evidence on your stories.
So then I thought this response was pretty interesting. This was Jace Rogers. Right. He played at Houston, and he calls out Jacoby Lane.
Yeah.
And he says, you might be the first person in history to post something like this. When you was in his position, you did the same thing. We all did. That's lame.
Yeah.
I don't know about we all did. Who's he calling? We all did. I never stole anything
Same.
Now, I was looking for gear, and I was hoping to get a T-shirt or a hoodie or something like that, but I would have never gone into Casey Weldon's locker and taken a pair of cleats, He was the starting quarterback at Florida State when I was on my visit. Elvis Gerbach, Desmond Howard won the Heisman Trophy. I was in Michigan on a visit.
Yeah.
I would never thought in a million years. I might have tried to buy something if it was offered for me. But I never saw any other player blatantly just taking stuff, and yet that's what this Rodgers dude is claiming. Everybody steals stuff.
Yeah, something I've never heard of before, where guys just go in there and make themselves comfortable in a locker room that they don't even belong in yet. So pretty crazy to say, and that's a big accusation. Again, if Jacoby Lane did that, maybe guilty conscience. I don't really know.
I don't know.
But yeah, man, that's like one of the cardinal sins you can't do. You got to be trusted, be able to be trusted in that locker room. We actually had an incident like this when I was in college. All of us were out at a workout, and an injured player got caught taking stuff out of the lockers. And
done.
It was,
you lose all trust with the team.
You have to be
you
done.
You steal from your boys.
You have to be done.
There's got to be something sacred about that locker room.
Absolutely. Unforgivable.
You can take from a lot of places, but you don't take from each other.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of the unwritten rule that would take place in any locker room at any level.